I've got a potassium, it lost one electron, that's why it has a charge of +1. And then I have a gold 1, and it's lost one electron, so it's got a charge of +1. But I said gold 1. Why am I calling it gold 1? Now, turns out there's also a gold 3, and that one loses 3 electrons. So let's talk about the different kinds of cations. There's 3 kinds of cations that you're going to see. You're going to see the kind that are what are called type 1 cations. If you get that in the middle there, type 1 cations can only have one possible charge. That's it. It'll never be +2 or +9 or plus anything else. It's always going to be +1 in this case. Magnesium will always be +2 or 2+. Aluminum is always going to be 3+, and so on. But then in the transitional metals in the middle, from column 3 through 12, you get all kinds of weird things where the D electrons or the S electrons come off. And so gold can be either +1 or +3, okay? Because it can either lose 1 electron or it can lose 3 electrons. And there's others like that. Iron 2, iron 3. Chromium 2, chromium 3. Copper 1, copper 2. There's a bunch of them in there. And it's because the D electrons are very, very close together in terms of energy level to the S electrons and so on. And so sometimes they come off first, sometimes they come off second. But the way that you make them together is the same thing. So potassium, when you put that together with a nitrate, here's a nitrate, it's a polyatomic ion, and so it's going to be potassium nitrate. There's only one possible way that can be. So we have the kind of cations that are called type 1 cations that have one possible charge. Then we have the type 2 cations that have more than one possible charge. Okay? Now, this one here would take 3 nitrates. So if you're doing your molar masses for stoichiometry or whatnot, then you've got to, add it up right. Let me get this together here. And you see now we've got 1 gold 3, and we've got 1, 2, 3 nitrogens, and we've got a total of 9 oxygens. So when you're figuring out the molar mass, you really have to pay attention to the formula. You have to know which version of gold you have. Now, there is a third kind of a type of cation. It's only a couple of them, though. Ammonium is a polyatomic ion that has an overall charge. It's what's called an onium ion, and if it's added on to a basic neutral molecule like, then it's a neutral molecule like ammonia, which happens to be basic also, then it becomes ammonium ion. It added a hydrogen. It has a charge of +1. The same thing happens with water. If you add a hydrogen onto the water, it becomes hydronium ion. So we have the 3 types of cations. A type 1 cation has only one possible charge. A type 2 cation can have more than one possible charge. And then an onium ion, or polyatomic cation in this case. Okay? And so the way that they go together is still the same thing. It's still the same game. So in the case of ammonium nitrate, every plus is covered by a minus. Oops, hooked together. There we go. All right? Chemistry's not hard with the right tools. You guys got this. It's not hard. You can do it. Trust me. I do what I can to help you. Let me know if this helps and anything else you want to see. Please let me know. Thanks.